Next up, I would like to get into the hot take. So you know what that means. I got to get my music here. First, we're going to stop that. Boom. We're going to get into the hot take music. So what is my hot take for today? OMG, I'm so glad you asked. Today, the hot take is people don't owe you quick responses. Let's go ahead and start my little timer. People do not owe you quick responses. First off, this hot take was inspired by the disgruntled clients that I've had who apparently don't communicate well with me, or maybe I'm not communicating well with them, but I've told multiple clients like, hey, I will be on a movie set and I'm working 12-hour days Monday through Friday. I am not going to feel like doing any sessions during the week. Okay. Some people got mad about that, kept asking me, oh, well, can you do Thursday? What part of 12 hours a day does that mean? I can't do nothing during the week. Okay. I communicated that with these clients. Okay. Weekend rolls around and I have been able to get some of them in on the weekends, but for some reason, the people that I know I specifically told I was not available during the week get upset when I don't answer their text messages. Now, this double-edged sword, right? I do value people and I do value, I want people to know that I care about responding to them, obviously. However, something that I want people to know about me is I'm constantly talking to people all the time and I'm constantly being stimulated, and I would consider myself an introvert. Don't let the onstage persona fool you. Don't let the podcast host persona fool you. I'm very much an introverted and a lot of times shy person. So when it comes to having to talk to people all the time, and then the chosen profession that I've decided to go into with being an artist and being an audio engineer, it's a lot of energy that I have to put into other people. And when the end of my work day is finished, I want time for myself. Okay. So sometimes that means I'm getting to some of the messages, but I'm not getting to all of them. All right. And unfortunately, that does make some people upset. But, and I saw an Instagram post on this as well, where this guy was like, well, it's not like people aren't on their phones 24/7 all day, and doing whatever. Even if I am on my phone all day, I don't owe you a response. And that is the truth of the matter. Nobody owes me a quick response. Nobody owes me a response if they don't want me to. Now, there are some, thoughts like people are, well, if they don't respond, then they don't care. If they take forever, then they don't care. And that's not necessarily true. I think the more mature thing to say here is maybe they have a life. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they need to recharge their energy, because I know these are things for me. Maybe it's overwhelming. Maybe I saw your message and I intended to reply to you, but I got caught up in giving and pouring back into myself before allowing anyone else to have my energy. And the reason why this frustrates me is because I communicated with people that I would not be available, right? And that's not the part that irritates me. The part that irritates me is people coming back and saying stupid things like, oh man, I've been trying to hit you up, but you ain't been, like, I communicated to you that I would not be available. Okay. I guess I should have said, like, don't expect messages to be answered either, because 12-hour days is no joke. I'm literally waking up, going to set, spending 12 hours, coming home, barely eating dinner, going right to sleep because I got to wake back up in the morning. Okay. I don't have much time for myself. But what really irritates me about this, it's not that they keep forgetting I told them I'm on set, right? It's that they come back with these snarky little attitudes like, oh, you know what? You need to be humble. You acting like you can't text nobody back. Stuff like that is going to make me not want to text you back, because now you're sounding really entitled to my time. And now you're sounding sensitive. Like, I guess I just feel like, because I'm the type of person that I do struggle with text messages sometimes, because I'm overstimulated. And then on top of that, there are too many ways for people to access me. These same kind of people, if they can't reach me on my phone, they'll text me. If they can't reach me on a voicemail, if they can't reach me on a text, they'll voicemail. If they can't reach me on voicemail, they'll hit me up on Instagram. If they can't reach me on Instagram, they'll hit me up on my Google number. If they can't hit me up on my Google number, then they'll email me. If they can't reach me through all of those, then they'll call the studio and ask the studio for me. And it's just like, yo, I give too much access to myself, which is my problem, right? I need to limit how accessible I am to people. That's really what it boils down to. I don't owe anybody access to me. And that's what I want to communicate. That's my hot take. I don't, and you don't. Nobody owes each other access to one another, except maybe like parents and kids. You should not neglect your kids, because then, jail. But yeah, that's my hot take. No one is owed attention. And excuse me, if you're not getting the attention that you want from someone, don't take it personally. Before getting all bent up and in your feelings, if something has been communicated to you, try to understand what was communicated, or just be a little more gracious, like give a little more grace, right? Maybe they're tired, maybe they're working, maybe they're just busy, maybe they want to give time to themselves, right? I know for me, I like to have time to myself. And when I am in something, I'm in it. I put my phone on silent, because whatever I'm giving my attention to in that moment, that's what's getting my energy. You'd be really surprised how many people, like, they love their experience with you in person, but when they can't reach you when they want to reach you, they get very upset. And that just doesn't sit right with me. And it makes me feel like I want to cut those people out of my life. To be very transparent, it makes me feel like I want to cut some people off and block some numbers, because I don't owe you access. And then you're getting disrespectful. I thought you had more respect for me, but now I say no, or you can't reach me when you want. And this person never calls, by the way, which is also interesting. But anyway, suddenly you can't get what you want, and now you're being disrespectful to me. I'm not here for it. So I have some thinking to do and deciding how I want to deal with some people, and if I want to block some numbers. But that's my hot take for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, what is to come after the break? We're getting into what my experience has been like living in Atlanta. I'm going to talk about why I moved to Atlanta, what my plan was for moving here, how I've grown my network, some of my good experiences, and some of my bad experiences. We'll get into all of that on LexChat after these messages.
Goddamn, raise your hand if you're working hard. Goddamn, raise your hand.